Hey everyone! So in today's video, I'm going to be talking all about the green killing machine. Now this is by a company AA, could be AA as well. Now what this is for, as the name suggests, is it is for killing all of the green water in your aquarium. Green water is a result of a really quick algae bloom. It is basically a phytoplankton that is actually living and swimming around in the water. So this will not be effective on something that is algae that is growing on your glass or your ornaments, your substrate, basically the typical algae that you would think of when you think of algae that you usually get. It is something that you can't scrape away, and you'd have to remove all of the water, and sometimes even that doesn't completely work. And if you have a very active cycle in your tank, you don't want to completely take it down anyway. Now, fortunately for us, green water in your aquarium is not harmful to your fish. It's not going to cause any real problems for them. However, there is definitely a stigma towards having green water in your aquarium. You a lot of times see green water in aquariums that are severely neglected, and you don't want to have that appearance in your tank that you really and truly care for. So that's where this comes in. Now this one is the 9-watt version. It is for tanks about 50 gallons and under. It's just black and cylindrical, looks like anything else you'd have in your aquarium. It is very small overall. It doesn't really look much different than a heater, so when you have it in the back of your aquarium, it won't stick out too much. Now to summarize entirely what this does and how it does it, it is actually sterilizing and killing the algae and stopping it from reproducing. The reason that the algae is so bad is it is rapidly producing at a much faster speed than we can keep up with. So it takes and turns your tank green extremely quickly. That is the biggest thing that it does, is it basically stops that bloom from continuing to grow, and it reduces the population, which will in turn clear out your water. Now this machine does not take the place of a filter. You're still going to need a filter. In fact, the filter will help it be its best. It will also help if you have an air stone, so there's a lot of water movement. Now this is actually in 2 parts, and it is a pump and a bulb. This is the part that sucks in the water, and this is a UV bulb. So the pump pulls water in, it allows it to make contact with the UV bulb inside of this machine here. Now inside of the bulb part, which is the bottom half here, there is a little blue sponge. When you purchase this as a kit, you will have a separate sponge come with it. And when you replace the bulb, you will also get a blue sponge with it. And when I say replace the bulb, yes, you do have to replace this portion, because after around 6 to 9 months, it will stop working as well, and you will have to replace the bulb. This spare bulb I did pay $53 for, and like I said, this is the 9-watt version. Now I do have a box here from when I replaced the bulb here. And the box when you buy it new is going to look pretty similar to this. It's just going to be a little bit bigger, but it will still have this color scheme, and overall it will pretty much look exactly the same. Now when you go to replace the bulb, all you have to do is disconnect it. It's actually very easy to take apart. There is one part here that connects to the little elbow here, and this part also connects as well. The elbow portion completely detaches from all of it, and that is all there is to building that. Now, because there is a pump attachment, you might be wondering if it is loud. It is definitely not. It is a very, very quiet hum. I have used tons of air pumps that are bubblers, and they are way louder. This is not even in comparison. It is the quietest pump I have ever heard in my life. When I originally bought this, it was for a 20-gallon tank. However, I have used it in tanks all the way up to 75 gallons, and it has done its job. Of course, in the 20-gallon tank, which is in its range, it did work quicker. Now, unfortunately, I don't have too many videos and pictures of this in my tank or me using it, but I will show you the ones that I do have. So this is, again, what it looks like in the back of an aquarium that has some algae on the glass. So as you can see, it's not combating that algae at all. The water is crystal clear, but there is still a lot of algae growth on the glass because it is not able to combat that. It's only taking the water that's in the water column. Now looking at this photo here, you can see the tank in the background there. This is a 20-gallon vertical tank. As you can see, it is a very green color. This is about midway through the session of the green machine in my aquarium. So I had it in for a few days at this point. You can see it in the back of the tank there. It was actually much worse at the beginning. It was solid green to the point that it literally looked like the stereotypical green fish tanks that you see where it's pure green. So this one is actually a great improvement. It was only in a few days, so that is very exciting. And I think within a couple of weeks, the tank was completely clear. And this one is not one that I used the green machine for, but this is also the type of water that it would have worked with. I had to clean this tank multiple times in order to get this green water to go away. It definitely could have benefited from the green machine and would have saved me a lot of labor. Now, if you purchase this green killing machine, I can confidently say from multiple times of using this that it works. When we would have a tank and we take it out of our tank to kind of try it out, it would come back. So we definitely know that this was making a difference. However, if you want to speed up the process because it is a few-week process before it is fully clean, then I'm going to tell you right now how you can go ahead and do that. And this would also maybe stop it from going green in the future. So the first thing is turn off the lights in your tank. This algae especially thrive off of a lot of light. The more light you have in your tank, the more algae you're going to get. Which moves on to the next point. Don't have your tank right next to a window. The window actually is a source of light and will have algae growing a bit quicker than in a room that it doesn't have direct light. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed learning about the green killing machine. I definitely did not hear about this until our green water issue happened, so I figured there's probably a lot of you who haven't heard about it either. Even if you don't need it right now, maybe one day you will, and you'll appreciate looking back at this video, be like, hey, you know what? I want that now. So hopefully it was helpful to you. If you did like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, then make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified when I upload. That is all for today, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye, guys.